Give me the green check. Give me that green box. Green box achieved. Give me that YouTube confirmation that we all like. Let me see. Refresh. Nice. We are live. Love how technology works.
Woo.
Welcome, everyone. This is episode 138 of the 4GwQPodcast podcast for June 8th, 2017. Almost 3 years old. 4GwQPodcast. Almost another month or so. We're gonna celebrate the Tres Años anniversary. So that's coming up strong. But anyway, I'm Inferno 217. Joining me is the usual cast, of course. 138 straight appearance, no big deal. Been there pretty much every time during the past 3 years. EPCI Assassin, what's going on, bud?
Hello.
And also, we've got Taylor, a.k.a. Zebra Fries, a.k.a. One Without Camera today. What's up?
Hello.
And last but not least, we have Italian Clowns with a webcam that looks like it's of much higher quality than usual. So congrats on that.
No, it's really the same. I think the lighting just improved.
Gotcha.
Because it's very sunny here in Florida.
Gotcha. Well, this is really going to be like a very casual, laid-back podcast. Usually we announce what the topic's going to be, but this is all pre-E3 stuff. We're going to talk about, predictions, what we want to see, what we think we need to see, and, what we think the strategy is going to be going forward for some of these companies. It looks like Nintendo is coming in a little stronger than I thought they would. We'll get into that in a little bit. And we're going to try to keep it leak-free for the most part, especially if the leaks are just like somebody posting on 4chan some bullshit that is totally unsubstantiated. So we'll talk about a few things that have kind of come up on Twitter that seem like they have legs, but not much in terms of spoilers. Shout out to everyone joining the chat really quickly here. Really appreciate everyone in there. We're planning something very interesting after E3 that I've yet to tell my fellow castmates, but I think they'll be very
that's
happy.
always good.
I think they'll be very happy with what I've come up with. That's always good, yes. It may be in giveaway fashion. So yeah, speaking of giveaway, I can't believe I haven't started this yet. I've been super busy at work, but we're going to start this. I'm going to do this after the podcast. We have like 4 codes to give away for this game, Black and White Bushido. We did an interview with Ben, the head of creative, a couple weeks ago. It's on our YouTube channel. Go watch that if you haven't. There are still people playing and enjoying this game, and the reviews on Steam and Xbox have been pretty good. I know on TXR the other night we talked about what games we've played, and I know a couple of those guys said they're still playing it, trying to get some achievements and enjoying it. So go check it out. We'll be doing a giveaway for like 4 copies of this game. So get ready for that. I'll probably start that Gleam giveaway right after this podcast. And also, go ahead, Klaus.
I was going to say, if you ever wanted to be a ninja, you need to play Black and White. That's the only way you can be a ninja these days.
Game is actually a ton of fun.
Isn't it? Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's so basic, but we were talking about this with that guy Ben. Like, it's so basic, and on like face value, it looks like it's not much to it. But he talked about a lot of strategy that I didn't even think of. And then once I like kind of looked back and did some of the things he told us about, I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then when we were talking to him about why you don't disappear the longer you're in the selected color instead of the slower you are, because I think how it is right now is the slower you move, the more disappeared you are, or something like that. So we were talking about that, and he made some really good points about why they chose the game mechanics. It's so unique. You guys should definitely check out that game. And if you're interested, it's online multiplayer as well. It's not a couch co-op indie game like a lot of the stuff we've seen lately. So have you been playing it with anyone else, Taylor? Or?
No, because I don't really know anyone else that has it.
Oh.
And normally when I'm on, you guys, for some reason, are not on. So
yeah, I'm always appearing offline, unfortunately. Like, I need to start appearing online more.
I know, Inferno, we're those late night invites, man. Come on, you forget about us.
First of all, late night invites are happening after TXR. You guys are never awake. Assassin, maybe. Clowns, absolutely not. You're never awake after like midnight.
Hey, I could sleepwalk myself to the Xbox, all right?
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind then. But yeah, I was in party chat the other night till like 3:30. It wasn't good. So I had work the next
Jeez.
morning, but that was after TXR. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, also another interview we did was with Ross Miller, who's one of the co-hosts of the Party Chat podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit. Go check out that interview. That one was probably like an hour long, so it was a little on the longer side for an interview style thing that we do. But we talked to him about like the state of Xbox as well prior to E3, and it ended up being a really, really good pod. So definitely go check out that episode. And I promise for Taylor and for people who like to watch that are in the United States, some of these interviews we're going to be doing in the future will be at reasonable times. I know this one was kind of early. The Bushido one was definitely very early. So yeah, go check out that interview as well. All right, well, the moment's here, ladies and gentlemen. Lady and gentlemen, I should say. E3 is upon us. Starts a little earlier for a lot of us. Saturday now starts the festivities instead of Monday, Sunday. Usually Bethesda kind of starts the thing off with with a Sunday night presser. But now we've got stuff on Saturday from EA. We've got stuff on Saturday, Twitch related stuff. We've got Xbox going in the afternoon or 2 p.m. Eastern. Or 2 p.m. Pacific, rather, for their conference on Sunday. So a lot of people are moving around, strategizing a bit. So Assassin, who do you want to go with first? Who do you want to talk about first in terms of predictions and...
I thought we were going in order, but
okay.
yeah.
You want... Okay.
I don't know.
You want to go in order? All right, let's do this in order, I guess. All right, so EA's first, right? They have theirs at... I don't know what time theirs is at on Saturday.
It's like, what, 3 your time,
Yeah,
12
like
Pacific?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
I'm pretty
think
sure.
either it's 3 your time for the Battlefront live stream that they're doing, so it's about that time. Probably like 1 then, 1 or 2 Eastern.
Okay. So 2 or 3 Eastern. I saw 3 Eastern just now when I quickly looked it up. But Assassin, you made a good point. Like a few of these companies are doing things the entire week. Like Xbox, is going to be having stuff streaming the entire time they're at E3. EA is going to have a ton of stuff going, the entire time that E3 is going on. And especially Saturday, they're going to have a ton of stuff. It's going to be nonstop stuff coming from EA. So, including that Battlefront thing that you just referenced. So Assassin, you wanted to start with EA first. So what are you predicting? Let's talk about predicting first, and then we'll get into like what you need to see from them, if you will.
Well, the thing is, I mean, we kind of know everything that's come from EA, but I'm predicting that we might see our friends over at Zoink with their game, possibly some gameplay, and then maybe some other indie or two being shown off. But I mean, other than that, I doubt we'll see anything major that we don't know about.
Well, what about the Star Wars Visceral game? You don't think that's long enough to show at EA?
The thing with EA, with Star Wars, we might get a trailer, of not actual gameplay. I don't think. I could be wrong, but we'll
All
probably
about that
see it.
CGI, baby.
Yeah, we'll see their little, Star Wars panel of people sitting at computers, and then you'll see YouTube videos later of people zoomed on the screen and see what they're making over there.
Yeah.
But I mean, we might even see some from Respawn, just early prototypes, kind of like what we saw when EA got their licenses for Star Wars games.
Right. Yeah, all right.
So, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be too upset about it. It seems like people are having success. Like, look at Sony last year. Everyone was, talking up their conference when they just showed a lot of teaser stuff and, stuff that isn't coming along for a little while. Even this year, they could technically just show the same stuff because a lot of it's still not coming this year. So.
Yeah, but the Sony gets a pass on everything anyway, because I mean they're the market leader, so nobody cares. You could play that orchestra, put everybody asleep, and it's
And
it's
then
Sony.
they had
Oh my.
that lady who was puking.
Yeah.
I'll
what?
never. At the beginning, when there was that orchestra, there was that lady that sounded like she was puking at the beginning.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rewatch that because I have no idea what you're talking about. But
It was hilarious.
all right, I'll have to check it out. Taylor, what are you predicting from E3? What do you think is gonna be shown? Anything exciting?
No, I think we pretty much know everything coming from E3 or
EA. Sorry,
EA.
I said E3, but yeah.
They're too similar.
They are
But,
too similar.
Yeah, but I think we pretty much know everything coming from EA. Probably some more Star Wars stuff. Probably some Battlefield stuff again, just because they want to push that. But yeah, I think we pretty much know everything coming from them.
Yeah, and I hate that because like it's kind of like what Assassin was saying, in that they could show off some stuff about their indie work, like they're trying to get it more into like the publishing game, I think, with indies. Like Assassin referenced that Zoink game for Fee, and the more I think about it, the more I think maybe that was like a once in a blue moon kind of thing for EA, because I haven't heard of like anything else. Assassin, am I wrong about that? Is there like anything else that they really are publishing that we don't, indie wise?
No, I don't think so. But I mean, they only say something at E3. I mean, look at what was that Yarn person?
Yeah, Unraveled,
game.
right?
Yeah, they only did that, and then they came out, and then they're like, oh yeah, here's Zoink now with Fee.
Right. So
But I mean,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
underplay Zoink with Fee. That game is going to be fantastic.
Oh no, Zoink is killing it, man. Fee and Flipping Death, they've got two games that look like they have quite a bit
Gold.
of potential. Yeah. Flipping Death, I mean, if you went to PAX on Sunday, you went by Flipping Death's booth, it was absolutely mobbed, and it had all those placards for being nominated for a bunch of awards at PAX East. So they've got something with Flipping Death for sure. Fee, I feel like we have seen a lot less of Fee, even though it was announced earlier. And so the program that we were kind of referencing that we didn't say the name of, the indie publishing program, it's called EA Originals. And they announced that back on June 12th. So it's like a year anniversary by the time that EA... So Saturday is what? Saturday is the 10th. So it won't be quite a year, but close enough. The anniversary of the EA Originals program. And I feel like I've heard nothing about anything other than Fee. So...
There's one game that none of you guys have mentioned yet that's like awesome and it's really great, and to all of us it was one of the most fantastic games that they've ever published in the past, and I'm surprised that nobody's thought of it.
Go ahead. Peggle?
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 3, man.
Oh, but that's their game, though. Like,
But I mean, it's gonna come out and it's gonna like mimic all the current gen stuff, like like what they did with Mass Effect and the Titans and the tech suits and stuff. I mean, they're gonna put cool stuff in there.
oh, Clown's calling a Garden Warfare 3. Assassin's popping a 10 already. All right.
I don't
What's that?
know. Like, I loved the first game. The second game, it was alright. It wasn't like I thought the first game was better.
Assassin's just disillusioned because he didn't know he could appeal his Guinness Book of World Records declining somebody from
No,
Russia.
I could care less about that, but it was just the fact that like a lot of the characters then had to be good on both defense and offense, while the first game, they didn't have to cater for both, so then they didn't have that huge balance problem.
Yeah. Okay, well, I would be very accepting of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would be looking forward to it. I hope it's like the first one, not the second.
Yeah, if you go there in front and if you get hands on and you play it, take pictures, be like, this game is effing awesome, man. Be like, Assassin, check this out. Look at this.
I would love to, and I plan on doing that for Battlefront, but I suspect it will be like last year where they, had security there watching everyone, making sure they don't take pictures, because that was the situation last year with Battlefield 1 and with Titanfall 2. They wouldn't let you take any pictures of that stuff, but If I can, I'm grabbing myself a selfie playing Battlefront 2 and be like, Assassin, really enjoying it, bud?
This is why you get like a mini body cam and you just hide it.
Yes. Yes.
I know things.
Or get some
I know
glasses,
secrets.
like a little spy camera.
Yeah.
Post under some anonymous name. Or just share it like via text message so it doesn't get out to the web. But yeah. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 3. That would be amazing. But unfortunately, I don't think they'll launch until February. Isn't that kind of like their MO, right? February for all those games?
February.
So, Bob Duck and Weave says, I wonder if we'll get more info on the Avengers game that's supposed to come in 2018. Do you know what he's talking about?
No.
Me neither. Not from EA, at least. I'm going to have to look that up, unless I'm just being dumb at the moment. Let me see. Yeah, everyone's saying, Madden. It's just going to be Madden. Well, I mean, it's a big year for Madden, but I don't think people go to EA Play and E3 to see Madden. I know I'll try to play it, but, I mean, what were you saying, Assassin?
And FIFA.
And FIFA, yeah. But, so FIFA did Frostbite last year. Now it's going to be Madden doing Frostbite this year.
Ooh.
So, we'll see.
I expect long load times and bad frame rate.
Well, no, I mean, Scorpio
I know,
optimized,
just-
maybe,
I'm just
Pro
basing it
optimized.
off the Battlefield.
And what do you guys think of?
Alpha.
Oh, go ahead, Clowns. Go ahead. Sorry, bud.
On Electronics Arts, on their page of coming soon,
Yeah.
it's got like an error 404. So I wonder if they're updating it.
Ooh, yes. I'm sure they are. I mean, EA takes pride in the fact that they went off site and that they're gonna beat everyone to the punch, or that they have some cool stuff coming. So if they have stuff that they think is really, really cool that's coming that people aren't expecting, then I expect to see it immediately after the conference. On websites and stuff.
Yeah. I would love to see Star Wars The Old Republic come to consoles. I doubt it. I've been
Dreaming.
asking for years, but I hope.
Dreaming.
No, I know, but I
Oh
hope.
man. All-Star Gamer 1000 says need another Dead Space. Now that's an interesting comment in the YouTube chat, because Dead Space just went backwards compatible on Xbox One. I see a lot of people playing Dead Space 3 again, and EA has the Dead Space game in Origin Access. Are they in EA Access? I don't think they are.
I believe so.
Oh, they are. Okay, so they may be.
Well, maybe not 3, but I think 1 and 2 are.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
I
that
know
whole
the first one is.
that whole trilogy is in backwards compatible at this point, and I think that it has some legs. I think if they missed like they did with Mass Effect, they kind of missed, right? So why not go for another old franchise that people love and try to, and if they've got a Dead Space 4, I never even considered that. I think that would shock people. I don't think people are talking about that or expecting it,
Yeah, but who would be making it? Because Just For All is making a Star Wars game, and they made Dead Space.
Who knows? I guess that's a good point. I mean, obviously, if they're too busy with the Star Wars game, they're not making Dead Space 4. But I don't know. Would they dare offload it to another division? Maybe.
I after what Mass Effect did,
That's true. This is true. Good
I
point.
don't think they would. But most of those guys who made like the first one are making World War II, so Call of Duty World War II.
Right. Interesting. Okay, so that's EA. What maybe like just a parting shot from everybody. What do you need to see from them to make it like something you're interested in? You know what I mean? Like EA's, if I say it like this, maybe like EA's showing is a success if it has blank. What is it for everybody? So Assassin, what is it for you, bud?
Simple. They don't need anything else except Battlefront 2. Shocking, I know. Everyone, like, whoa. But yeah, Battlefront 2.
Nice. Taylor, I don't know how into EA games you are, but I have a feeling that you'll have an answer for this, maybe?
Yeah, I played a lot of The Sims and stuff on the computer,
Yeah.
That's EA. So I mean, honestly, if they have good IPs for PC coming out, since I now have a PC that I need games for, I'm down.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't even consider Sims 4 to be honest with you. Or Sims, another Sims game. I think Sims 4 is the last one, so Sims 5, or maybe like some sort of expansion.
No,
for
they're
Sims
still
4.
doing they're still doing expansions for Sims 4, but
Yeah,
they
maybe.
announced that. I might get like a huge bundle thing for Sims.
Yes, I could see them announcing a Sims 4 bundle, and like alongside the expansion, and that's selling like hotcakes. Because I haven't heard a lot of news on Sims for a while. They need to really strike up some interest in that again.
Yeah, I mean, I love that
Sorry.
game.
Yeah, I mean, my childhood was like based on The Sims. Like Sims
Same.
1 and Sims 2 was just like nuts. I would play that so
Dude.
often.
Sims 1 through 3, and then I never got 4.
Well, now you have a PC that can run 4, so there you go.
Exactly.
Assassin, what were you saying, bud?
Simple, make a Star Wars expansion. Get a bunch of people in there.
Dude, they do like Easter eggs kind of stuff like with that all the time.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they have like licensed expansions for The Sims? Like none of this like pets and dog shit, but if they have like
Hey, don't knock pets. Pets is awesome. By far the best expansion.
I had a feeling you were gonna defend that after I said it. I was like, fuck. But yeah, so you got pets, you got all this other crazy shit they've done, but nothing's really been like licensed. And now EA is sitting on a few licenses. I feel like they could use that to its advantage.
Nope.
Can you imagine a Battlefield expansion to Sims? I mean, Star Wars. Definitely not
I
Battlefield.
mean,
I could not imagine that.
it would be easy. Have some little pets of BB-8 and R2-D2. Have some clothes, maybe some themed. I had never played Sims, so maybe some themed items or whatever they do in that game.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. I mean,
that sounds.
like you outfit your house with like furniture and stuff. You can do like Star Wars
Yep.
furniture. Like you can outfit it and, I don't know, like Jabba's lair there. You could outfit it like that. You could have like the lizard things all chained up. Like I don't know the names for any of these things, so I'm not really a Star Wars nerd, but you know what I'm talking about.
Have that Java slave outfit
Yes.
from episode 6.
There you go. There you go. All right, clowns. Last word on this EA thing. What do you need to see for it to be a success?
I want to see somebody from EA dressed up as an imp in a Titan suit walking around E3.
I don't know. We'll see that.
Are you kidding me? I think we definitely could see that. Last year, for Plants vs. Zombies, they had Super Brains walking around taking pictures. I got a pic with Super Brains.
That's awesome.
I thought you were Super Brains Assassin.
No, I'm dumb.
You're as tall
We
as
already
him.
went over that.
You're probably as tall as him. If you guys fought, I bet you would put up a good fight. You wouldn't win, but he has nothing to say about that. All right. Daz makes a mention of something we didn't really talk about was Need for Speed. Assassin, I know you're the biggest Need for Speed nut on planet Earth, probably. You anticipate that at all, or?
I don't know. After the last one, just wouldn't work for me after a certain point. I never went back. The new one looks interesting, but hopefully it's not all about drifting and all that other bullshit.
Who knows? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be playable. I'm gonna check that out too. My 3 games I'm gunning for: Battlefront 2, obviously, Need for Speed, Madden. If I get to play all 3 of those in 2 hours, then I'm good.
Well, the Battlefield DLC.
I don't think that's gonna be there, dude.
I mean, they're gonna show it off. I don't see why they can't have it.
Because I don't think people will be that interested in it. Because they know.
Well, if
it's
they show something interesting,
yeah, maybe.
man.
Maybe. Sobsky says Fight Night or a new SSX game. Now, if they announce either of those and they have those playable, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just letting everyone know. Because, dude, another SSX game that's like back to the roots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
really outlandish. I know last night I did Basement Radio Arcade podcast over on Enrique's channel, and he had Eric on there from RGM, and he said if they brought back like what is it, NBA Street, if they brought back that franchise, like brought back some of those older
Yes.
games that like people loved on PS2, Xbox era, like
You know, speaking on the NBA Street, this is a little bit off topic, but kind of on it. So I just want to mention it real quick. Sass and I were going through the Mixer top list the other day of like games streaming on Mixer, and would you believe that NBA Playgrounds is one of them? So
Oh.
imagine if NBA Street came back.
oh yeah, oh absolutely, that would be extremely successful. That's a streamable game, man. They could get a lot of legs on that from streaming. I could see that. Osobsky mentioned something that you said, Taylor. The Sims 4 with all expansions on console. I don't know. I feel like that plays a little bit better on PC.
It does play better, but still, it's fun. No matter what.
Easy achievements, right? You just kill
Yeah.
everybody and get achievements.
There you go. Lock somebody in a room or whatever. Assassin, you never played The Sims and like made
Never
your
played
character.
a Sims
Oh
game
man,
ever.
you missed out on making your character and then like building walls of your house around him and just letting him like fucking starve and die. Because you can just do that. You can just build a little room around it with no exit.
I think I own 3. They gave one away for free a while back.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know. I don't know if that was 3 or not. But all right. Anyway, that's enough about E3 or EA rather. I keep saying E3. Damn it. Now for Taylor's favorite one, Bethesda. That's coming up at I guess at 9 p.m. Pacific. Kind of late now, huh? I thought it was 7. We talked. It was 7. Then it was 9. And now I guess it's 9 p.m. Pacific time. So
For what?
for Bethesda, I think
yeah.
Bethesda I didn't look.
It's midnight your guys' time.
That's just, I'm sorry, that's just stupid.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they got nothing to show.
Maybe.
Bethesda, they got stuff to show.
All right, so Assassin. Now that you've said that, you obviously have some ideas in your mind about what they're gonna show.
Yeah.
So please tell us what you expect, what you predict from Bethesda Sunday night.
I expect ESO stuff, maybe like update or something major. Obviously, they just launched Morrowind, so I don't think they're going to do another reveal of an expansion. Probably people keep on saying Evil Within 2. I hope not. I didn't like the first game. Would love to see kind of like what they did with the Wolfenstein, the New Blood or whatever, Old Blood or whatever it's called, the expansion that they did, something but like that, but with Doom. They'll probably do the Elder Scrolls card game crap game thing. Hopefully another Wolfenstein game. I hope that's maybe next year though, not this year.
Wolfenstein
Probably
New
get killed.
Colossus, I think, is what it is the name that's been leaked out there, right? Has been mentioned quite a bit. I
Yeah.
think it's New Colossus. Yeah. All right. Anything else, Assassin? Any other predicciones?
Not right now. I might think of one or two.
Okay.
but everyone's all ahead.
I think that Wolfenstein one is definitely coming, and you know what? Call me crazy. I think that comes this summer. Like I think they've been working on that behind closed doors. Didn't the Old Blood come out during the summer?
Yeah.
Wolfenstein, Old Blood. I think Old Blood did well sales wise. That came out in. Oh no, that came out May 5th, so a little bit earlier than now. So I don't think they would mind putting it out during the summer. If they don't put it out during the summer, it's gonna get swamped during the fall, so they'd have to delay it till next year. But Taylor, thoughts about Bethesda? We getting some Dishonored 2 DLC or what?
I hope so, because I know that they released about 3 or 4 for the first one,
Yep.
and it's been a while and we haven't heard anything for Dishonored 2. So I'm hoping that we get something for Dishonored. I'm also hoping we see some Switch stuff,
Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Okay, go on.
because a lot of people are hoping that they'll show off the Switch version of Skyrim.
Right.
So I'm I'm hoping we see something for the Switch come out.
Man, if they show off Skyrim on the Switch, which they did show off in that little teaser that Nintendo put out before the official reveal of the Switch, so you'd have to think that it is coming. I mean, why would you?
Well, Bethesda did confirm that it's coming.
Oh, they did say it was coming. See, I thought they said
Yeah.
it wasn't confirmed.
They said it wasn't confirmed, and then like 2 weeks later they confirmed it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
But
a lot of people are hoping to see how it looks on the Switch.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think a lot of people would buy that. I think a lot of people are looking forward to it. I think if they get Switch on there and then Skyrim on the Switch, and then it does well, I think that there's potential that they say, okay, well, this thing's for real. You know what I mean? This thing's for real, and we can put some other stuff on there. I don't know if they put like Dishonored on there, but I mean, I feel like maybe they could make some like unique stuff for it potentially if Skyrim does well, but who knows? Hold on, let me go to the chat real quick because the chat's kind of moving along pretty quickly here. Sobsky thinks we're getting Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout VR. Now that would be quite insane. I think Fallout VR, I mean, has already been announced, so that is definitely coming. Yeah. They showed that at last year's E3. So hopefully they announce like the official release date for that and more platforms, and they show off a little bit more about what that's about, because I know a lot of people were excited for that last year, even though VR has kind of taken a nosedive, if you will, in popularity. Elder Scrolls 6, I don't know about that. Gopher says Evil Within 2, Assassin.
Hopefully it's scary and not crappy.
Well, hopefully they take a little inspiration from some of the other scarier games that have come out since, Resident Evil 7, Outlast 2. Take a little inspiration from those and make it a little bit more scary. Yeah, okay. Evil Earn says, interested in that sci-fi game that's apparently connecting Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Yeah, that sci-fi game is called Starfield, or Project Starfield, or one of those. I don't know if that's the actual name. I think that's just the project name, so who knows if that's what it will officially be called, but apparently Bethesda's got a new IP that they're cooking, and maybe they're going to show it off at E3. So yeah, I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. Clowns, what do you think, bud? What's coming at Bethesda?
To be honest, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking more ESO, expansions possibly announced. It'd be cool for them to add more like Dark Brotherhood, Thieves Guild stuff, lower the prices of the houses because they're overpriced. Me and Assassin can't even afford like a hotel room to buy.
We'll tell them how much the most expensive thing is for the house. Whatever.
It was like 3 million in-game crowns to buy a mansion.
You would have had to have played from like day one to get that amount. Like, that's absurd. That's absurd. Well, they want you to buy them, right? I mean, isn't there microtransactions?
Well, yeah, but there's isn't like, didn't you say it was a few thousand real life crown monies?
To buy an average home, right? Not the notable home that I mentioned was like 3 million crowns, right? To buy an average home, it would have cost me $80 to buy the currency to buy the home.
Wow, that's absurd. Yeah, they need to do something about that. That's absolutely absurd.
Yeah. So we're hoping for that, and then like Taylor mentioned, that let's see Skyrim and show it on the Switch, because that's a day one buy for me. And if that does well on the Switch, then maybe they'll re-release like all the Fallouts on the Switch, like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, and I'd buy them because they're fun games, and they're Bethesda makes great games.
Yeah. And I would love to hear whether or not they could get more of the complex stuff on there. Like Skyrim, of course, is complex, but that came out on 360, so who knows what kind of game we're going to get on the Switch. If it's somewhere closer to like the Xbox One revision of it, then...
See, I don't think it will, because I could be wrong, but I think when they first announced Skyrim on the Switch, when they confirmed it, they said it wasn't going to have mod support. So I'm thinking it probably can't handle excessive amounts of power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. And then you got to be concerned about battery life, right? Like, You know, you look at Zelda and the battery's only like 2 hours and 45 minutes, 3 hours, you know, depending on where you're at in the game. Skyrim, I mean, that game's like way more complex than Zelda. Zelda has a huge open world, yeah, but you know, the graphics, the textures and stuff just are on Skyrim blow it away. Not to mention mods, you know. Gopher says Quake needs to be shown. They need to pick a side already and give console exclusivity to someone. I don't know, man. I mean, I've played Quake quite a bit in the betas and stuff, and Quake Champions I very much enjoy, and it will be a day one for me on PC. But I don't know if it'll play well on console. I mean, time will tell, I guess.
I think Quake, you know, it's got its niche, of course, but I think its days of glory are gone.
Yeah. I mean, and people have argued with me about this, whether or not the Quake name still holds, like, you know, as much clout as it once did and makes people excited just because of the Quake name, or whether or not the game has to actually be good. Yeah, I think Quake has lost its luster a little bit. I think the Quake name, I agree with you, Clowns. I think the name has definitely lost its luster. I mean, same thing with like Duke Nukem, right? Duke Nukem Forever came out and was a bust. Those are two games that were, you know, iconic shooter games in different ways, of course, but both iconic back in the day. Now, Doom came out, and people were excited about Doom, but not as excited as I think they would have been if it were closer to the other Doom releases. Yet, Doom did a good job with their game, so now people are excited about Doom again. It didn't just do well because it was named Doom. If that game came out and it was named something else, I still think it would have done well single-player-wise, because I think the game was very, very good. But I don't know. I think I agree with you, Clowns. I don't think people on console are just gonna buy that game because it's called Quake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going on in the chat here, Taylor, that you're talking about with Elder Scrolls? I'm missing a little bit of it.
Okay. So someone had talked to Todd Howard, head of Bethesda, at last year's E3, and they had asked, "Well, are you working on an Elder Scrolls 6?" And they said, "We're always working on it. We're always working on the next Elder Scrolls, but it's a long way off." And so I was kind of explaining to, I think it's Sapsky?
Yep.
Is the one? Yep. I was kind of explaining to him how my predictions on that, if anything, this year we get on Elder Scrolls 6 is maybe a really brief teaser with like a bunch of other titles, maybe a logo. I don't think we'd get a name, if anything. I think that would be like the last thing to come out. And then next year we'd get more info, and then fall of 2019, I think, is when it would be released.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think it's a little too soon for like a numbered iteration of Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, which makes me very sad. I want another one.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, Bethesda can just get away with holding it off and off and off, and people will still be excited about it. No one's going to be pissed about them for taking like 10 years to work on one, you know?
Yeah, especially because they allow Bethesda's like one of the few companies who really supports modders in the community.
Right.
And so like they iterated them on console, and they have the whole PC community. Like original Skyrim is still being played on PC because of all the amazing mods with them.
Right.
So
yeah, and that stuff takes time. Like, you know, it just flat out takes time.
Yeah. I'll wait another 3 years for one.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be amazing.
Exactly, and then it will come out, and it will take everybody by storm. It'll sell 10 million copies, and in
or
a
20
blink, or 20 million. Yeah, in a blink, it'll just sell that many, and no one will be surprised about that, because that's one of those franchises that people just wait for and will sit on their thumbs about, because that is just.
Yeah, that's. Looks like my daughter's calling me.
Oh. Your mic can take that. That may be important. Anyway, yeah. Too long, don't read. Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming this year. That would be insane if true. But
it now, fall 2019.
2019, Taylor's calling it. If they show anything, and if they announce some sort of release date, even, I think that they will be in very good position to be one of the winners of E3. But I don't think that's coming.
Even if they just say 2019.
Right.
Or
exactly.
fall in the next few years.
Right. If they give any details too, like any details whatsoever about how it's different, like
All they have to say is Elder Scrolls, and I'm there.
they could like come out and
glued to Bethesda.
they could just come out and be wearing a shirt or something, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, it's coming! Oh Jesus!"
Yeah, honestly,
Watch on the back of the shirt just says JK.
I'd cry. To be honest, I want a new one so bad.
Yeah. Well, really quickly, my predictions before we get to what everybody needs to see, I guess. I think Dishonored 2 DLC is coming. I think even though that game did not sell as well as it should have sold, I think there is DLC that was forecasted for it, whether or not it sold well. So I think that is definitely coming, and I think they will definitely talk about that at E3. I think they do show Skyrim on Switch. I think they talk about how they're impressed with Switch, and they lead people to believe that there's going to be more content coming to it. So they get people who have that console and game primarily on that console to be excited for future stuff. I think Quake Champions gets official dates, platforms, the whole bit. I don't think it'll get console exclusivity to anyone. If it's coming to console, I believe it comes to every console. I don't think everyone is Boss Key Games with Lawbreakers. I think Bethesda wants to make money off this thing, so they'll bring it to both. And other than that, I think it's going to be very straightforward. Evil Within 2, I think, would be a very straightforward move. I don't think that would be a surprise to anyone. I think the biggest surprise would definitely be the next Elder Scrolls game. We've all heard about, this Starfield game that was talked about that is, Fallout and Elder Scrolls had a baby and it's glorious. I think that'll be shown and will be detailed and people will be absolutely hyped for that. But yeah, I think that I just don't think we're going to get a ton of surprises, but it should be a good show nonetheless.
I'm back, guys.
All right, cool. All right, so really quick down the line, Assassin, you need to see blank for Bethesda to be a winner at E3.
I don't really need to see anything because I know Bethesda will just put out some good quality games. So, I mean, anything they show is going to be, I think, a win, except Dishonored 2. But, but anything and everything will be, I think, a win.
Okay, all right. Taylor, you need to see blank for Bethesda to be a success this year.
I need to see Bethesda for Bethesda to be a winner.
Oh, 2 in a row here with that answer. Jeez. Bethesda fans.
I just need anything from them.
Well, you'll get something, so definitely we'll be talking about Bethesda as one of the winners, I think, on the next podcast.
So they already win.
Clowns, what do you think, bud? You need to see what from Bethesda for it to be a winner?
More ESO stuff and lower the price of your houses.
Yeah, I think it's tricky. I think I think the Morrowind thing is a high for them. I think a lot of people have talked about Morrowind positively. Yeah, okay, the prices of that stuff is high. I don't know that. I'm taking your word on that, and if that's like true across the board, then that's bullshit. But at the same time, I don't know if they'll show something completely new for ESO. The next expansion, if you will. I don't know if they're at that point yet, but
they'll probably just do some big update like they did last year.
Yeah.
One Tamriel type thing.
Right. Interesting. Maybe they announced a new edition that's coming.
Yeah.
That includes all that stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Because the Tamriel edition, right, or whatever it is.
The gold edition.
Gold edition or whatever it is. Yeah.
Now it's like the Morrowind. If you want Morrowind, it comes with everything, I believe.
Oh, okay. So they already announced that. Okay, gotcha. So never mind what I just said. Ignore it. All right. So that's Bethesda. Moving on. For me, what they need to show for it to be a win is Dishonored 2 DLC. Because if they show that, I'm buying it because they have a good track record with Dishonored DLC. I mean, no one can. If you're a fan of Dishonored, the base game, I guarantee you more than 50% of the people at least checked out that DLC. They might not have been all in with all the DLC, but they checked out one piece or was vaguely interested in it because that DLC was interesting and very, very good. So moving on, Assassin's a Dishonored hater. So moving on to Ubisoft.
No, rather cut my grass.
My other favorite company.
We're going out of order because Ubisoft is not next, but we're doing it. Assassin, predictions on what Ubisoft's going to show?
Well, obviously Assassin's Creed, but I think we'll see a Splinter Cell game. I want to say I know this isn't related to their stage, but I think we'll see it on the Xbox stage with the old ones backwards compatible as like a pre-order, or just be like they're available now to buy or whatever on the Xbox One. Then we'll see definitely Just Dance like every fucking year.
Yes. Flow Rider. Bring me Flow Rider.
Yeah. I mean, other than what has already been announced, like Crew 2, like Assassin's Creed, like I said, and Far Cry, I don't think we'll see much.
Fractured Butthole. You don't think we'll get Splinter Cell?
Well, like I said earlier, I think we'll see.
Oh, you said
one
Splinter
either
Cell.
on,
I'm sorry, you already said
yeah,
that.
on
I'm
the
so
Xbox
sorry.
stage or the Ubisoft stage.
Right. I'm so sorry.
But
And
we'll
the
probably
backwards compatible thing. You just said that. Jesus, sorry about that.
Yeah, and then with was it South Park and fuck, what's the other game? Far Cry might see gameplay, but
Yeah. Taylor, what do you think? Ubisoft, what's coming?
All I need is Assassin's Creed, to be honest. That's all I need. I'm so excited for this game.
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed is there in a big way. I think they're proud of it now. They made a point to say that they were taking the year off instead of making it come out every year. They took a year, out to make it better. I think they're gonna come with full force on that and tell people why they think it's better. And I think Assassin's Creed's gonna steal that show, to be honest. Even if Splinter Cell is shown at the end, I think Splinter Cell is just going to be a quick aside, and Assassin's Creed is going to be focused on a ton. And because of that, I think people, when they talk about the Ubisoft conference, they're going to talk about Assassin's Creed. All right. Any other predictions, Taylor, from them, or?
No, pretty much everything Assassin said. Maybe another Splinter Cell kind of stuff, backwards compatible.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I'm expecting most of it to be Assassin's Creed and Far Cry.
Yeah. Yep. Far Cry, man, I think it's a mistake to show Far Cry as much as they show Assassin's Creed. I really hope they show Assassin's Creed a lot more because they've already revealed Far Cry and they already, like, everyone knows, like, what the story is about, essentially, basically, I should say. And, everyone knows, like, how it's changed. They know the co-op gameplay. They know a lot of information about Far Cry. They know almost nothing about Assassin's Creed. So I think they need to focus on Assassin's Creed a lot more.
Except Target leaked stuff.
Did they really? I missed this.
Yeah, Target leaked a bunch of stuff. Someone saw a poster at a Target store for Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh, good.
Yep, they saw that. They saw some information about pre-order stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Well, there you go. Assassin's Creed Origins, it's official.
Yep.
Clowns, what are you predicting about Ubisoft's conference? Anything?
I mean, it's just the same old stuff. Nothing new. Just Assassin's Creed, the Far Cry gameplay, blah blah blah. Usual stuff.
Yep.
I mean, there's really nothing else from the show. Maybe some crew stuff. Assassin will be really super excited about the crew, too. So, I mean, that's about it.
Assassin, if they show the crew and they talk about how they fixed the mechanics and they've dedicated to, like, making sure cars drive appropriately and not glitch out all over the place, are you getting it?
well, I'll have to play it because they'll shove a billion betas down
another
my throat
beta,
like they do with every single game.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, if they correct their bullshit from last year, it's on my radar. Definitely is. If that's playable at E3, I'm definitely playing it. I'll wait in line for that. So yeah, what do I predict at Ubisoft? I think kind of a lot of what we already said, actually. I think Something we haven't discussed that I would predict at Ubisoft is another Valiant Hearts. I think it's time for that.
Yes, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think Valiant Hearts has done or did very well. I know. Was it PS Plus they gave that away for free? I know they've given that away for free, and people say, "Oh, you give it away for free, so it's not that great." But I mean, they brought it over to like mobile platforms. It's on pretty much everything. I think that game just did too well for them not to continue that franchise. So I would say Valiant Hearts 2 is coming. Maybe a Child of Light 2. I don't know.
Let's hope not.
I mean, if I didn't see that, I wouldn't be upset. And if I did see that, I wouldn't be excited. But I'd be very in the middle about that. Fun fact: my older brother, who doesn't really game on console, loves Child of Light. And I'm just like, what do you see in that game? I ask him, what do you see in that game? He's like, I don't know. I just really enjoy it. But yeah, they gave that away on Xbox, right? That was a Games of Gold.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, not really anything. Splinter Cell, I think, is pretty obvious. But I think there may be a new Rainbow Six Siege game mode. I think they have to talk about Siege because Siege is so successful. But I think there's gonna be a new game mode. I really do.
I think they should leave Siege alone. They're in that we're fixing the game stage, and if they release something, we know that they're not working 110% on fixing the game.
Yeah, but now the final thing, I think the final thing that they had to fix, which was the hitbox, they already said that they've got that patched, right? So the hitbox
Not
thing
on
is
console.
not on console yet, but that's gonna come. So,
yeah, but it doesn't mean that, they say that they fixed it, and then Blitz, who has like the hitbox of the fucking sun, has one of the whole universe. You shoot like at the floor and you hit him in the head, or other things could go totally wrong. I know, especially with Siege, we saw fix 2 things, they break 4.
Yeah, but do you think Siege can just ride on its laurels right now? Because it is, it's one of those games that we've talked about as being more successful now than it was when it launched, which is crazy. So, do you think it should just ride the wave, or do you think it should just keep adding? Because I feel like if it just stays the way it is, it's gonna, it's gonna get stale a little bit.
Well, yes, they should keep on adding, but revealing something new now doesn't make sense when they're trying to fix everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they even canceled a DLC launch to fix the game.
Right. Okay.
Like, we are getting the DLC guys later, but we're not getting, like, the map and some other things. So that, they're not earning the money so they can fix the game.
Right. No, I understand that. But... to that point really quick, I think that it's easier to throw in a game mode to existing maps than it is to make new maps.
Well, yes, but I mean, they got to, like, for instance, Frontlines is in the Battlefield 1 CT. They got to, test it, see if there's not visual bugs, gameplay bugs, if it's fun, if it's boring,
Okay, so maybe their announcement is like, okay, we're bringing a community test environment to, I don't know if they already have one, but let's say they
already have one on PC.
So they already have one on PC. Okay, so let's just say, okay, well, community test environment's getting this all new game mode that's completely different than what you already play, and we're pushing it for esports, and it has this, that, and the other thing going for it that's completely different, and it's just adding on to our free content that we're bringing you to Siege, and we are supporting it through and through, and we're testing it, and there you go. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not an announcement that it's coming proper, but like that they're testing it in their CT, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if it doesn't come during these few, like the month of they're doing Operation Health, and then they do it in the next season, which is in August, I believe. I mean, I'm down for that, but I don't want them to bring in more stuff, I guess.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not a huge Siege player. I know a few people who are big Siege players. I know you guys enjoy it a lot. Clowns and Assassin. I think Assassin, I respect your opinion on that because you play it way more often than I do. But at the same time, I think my interest as a a gamer that doesn't play that very often, that just comes to that from time to time, I think throwing a new game mode in there will get me more interested. You know?
Well, yes, but I mean, it also has to work right without breaking the entire thing.
Yeah. All right. True enough. All right, that's enough about Ubisoft. We got to move on because we're already like running behind. We're getting to the big three. The big three. Let's do the first of the big three. The one that I think we'll have maybe most to say about. Xbox is going to be the first. Clowns is down. Clowns is down the Xbox conference right now, but we're beginning with Xbox because Xbox is the first one. If we go by Assassin's standards, we got to go in order, even though we've already broken order. So Xbox is on Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m. Pacific time. So Assassin, you've gone first for everyone, so might as well continue that trend. Assassin, what do you expect to see from Xbox this Sunday?
Scorpio, obviously, it's coming out. See price, look, release date. I think we will get mouse and keyboard support with PC, or not PC, but crossplay with PC with some specific games that only use mouse and keyboard. Yes. So I think we could see Quake, maybe some League of Legends, some of those things. That would be nice. It's very out there. Highly doubt it, but definitely mouse and keyboard. We'll see some other updates, maybe Scorpio specific. Maybe, Xbox specific, Windows 10 type things. We'll probably see a few new games. I am hoping, I doubt we'll see a Cyberpunk, whatever, I forget the whole name, but they had that huge hacker bullshit go on today.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077, yep.
From
CD Projekt Red.
I would love to see a Dying Light sequel. We haven't had Dying Light, it's been out for a long time.
You think that
I'd love to see another one?
You think that would be at Xboxes?
Yeah, it's not Xbox specific. It's
not
multi.
A third party type thing, but marketing rights. I would love to see that. I highly doubt it.
Microsoft's not going after any marketing rights.
So is that why Shadow Mordor or whatever Shadow War is?
Yeah, by the time that comes out, nobody's even going to realize it's a marketing right. That was before Microsoft stopped doing marketing rights.
Sure, okay. Anyways, get on with things. Minecraft, definitely. Unfortunately.
Hate it, but it's definitely going to be there. You're right. Hate it.
Yeah, and then probably some accessories.
Wow, hating on Minecraft?
We've seen Minecraft on the E3 stage.
But you met your love Phoenix on Minecraft, Assassin. What is going on with you?
We've seen Minecraft on the stage for the past 5 years. We don't need to see blocks and blocks in VR, HoloLens, Xbox One version, Nintendo version.
You just crushed Aaron Greenberg's heart, and you
I don't care.
Does Greenberg play? Greenberg plays Minecraft?
And you just crushed Chupa Audrey's heart. Just want to tell you that now.
Well, we don't need... Minecraft could live in a different conference. They could do a whole 7-hour conference on Minecraft with it.
What about the HoloLens Minecraft?
We've already seen that. We don't need to see it.
Man, see, I think Minecraft's very important to Xbox. Don't make any mistake about it. I think it's very important. But for Xbox to catch up, I don't think Minecraft is the clue. The thing that they are looking for to catch up. I mean, unless it's Minecraft 2, which I don't think it is. I don't think any Minecraft news that they could announce would say to people, "Oh, I gotta go and buy an Xbox." Minecraft is extremely multi-platform. So I don't know. I think any Minecraft news they would announce would not be very Xbox specific, and I just think they have to push specific stuff for Xbox to sell it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what Assassin's expecting. Taylor, what are you predicting from Xbox? What do you think we'll see?
A lot of Scorpio stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I'm really expecting from Xbox, honestly.
No exclusives? No new exclusives, you don't think?
Probably a couple new exclusives to go along with the Scorpio, but I
Mhm.
don't think too much other than trying to sell you on the graphics for Scorpio.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I certainly hope that they don't show Scorpio and make that like a third of their conference because, I
They
mean,
probably will.
man, I mean, I think they need to like show it. They need to get people hyped for it, and then you move on to games. Like people are already talking that Xbox has no games. They need to get to games, you know.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully they'll show new games on Scorpio.
yes, yes,
That'd be great.
yes, and talk about how Scorpio. Yeah, I would like to see. I mean, this is very difficult for Microsoft, the Scorpio announcement, because they want to push the power narrative, but the power narrative is stale. Like no one cares about the power. Well, I don't want to say no one, but not a lot of people think the power narrative is going to win the gen. Like it's not going to make them catch up. I don't think. Everyone's talking about the games narrative now, but if they talk about Scorpio like making games better, then they alienate their old people, and they said they don't want to really do that. They said that they don't need parity, but they don't want to like leave original Xbox One owners in the dust and have exclusive games just for Scorpio. You know what I mean? So it's a catch-22. I think they're in trouble either way. I think there's something negative to be said about it either way. But I mean, there's a lot of positive around Scorpio. They've already announced the specs. I think it's an absolute beast. But I think people will spin it. People can and will spin it negatively, one way or the other, because it's the game's narrative versus the power narrative, and the power narrative is no longer really relevant. People really don't care about it as much. I don't know if it's no longer relevant, but I don't think they care about it as much as they once did. You know?
No. There's not a lot that can really save Microsoft, unfortunately. They really need to push marketing. They really need to get third-party marketing really good and hold it down the way Sony has. They need exclusive DLC for like at least 6 months to a year. Stuff like that on big games like Call of Duty or Battlefield. That's what they need. You know, not small stuff.
Yeah.
Backwards compatibility, like announcing more and more backwards compatibility stuff's always a positive thing. The Xbox Game Pass, always a positive thing. Pushing more stuff into that would be very positive with the launch of Scorpio. Maybe even expand the library, double fold on that. Also, I'm thinking maybe OG Xbox games, like the original Xbox games, would make that thing a powerhouse because everybody played the original Xbox during the PS2 era. And you'd be like, wow, I can start playing some of that stuff again. You know, remember those days? That was fun.
Yeah, and you know, I've heard a lot of people. I mentioned Basement Radio Arcade Podcast a couple segments ago here, and my guy over there, Enrique, he was you know, he gamed on Xbox since day one, since day zero. He was a beta tester for the thing for Xbox Live as well, and so he was a huge Xbox diehard, and on OG Xbox, he played so many unique games that we would never see today. So I think there's a possibility. I think you have something there, clowns.
Bring back the voice changer from the OG Xbox.
Oh my god,
Awesome.
remember that thing?
Yes.
No.
That would be awesome.
No.
You know, once when I played Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow, I used the voice changer on Major Nelson. I jumped into one of his games. He probably doesn't even remember, but they ended up like muting me or something. I can't remember.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah, I got kicked out or something. But that was way back in the day. You know, I was just having fun.
Yeah.
I just thought he was just like the front guy for Xbox.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I mean, like the power selling point. No, it's old news. No, not a lot of people really care. Like diehard fans care. Like diehard PC gamers, diehard PS4, diehard Xbox One, which probably represent like 3% of the gaming population. They care. But the casuals, the parents, they could give a crap about 4K this and 1080p that and let me do this, and they don't care. So the power's not going to sell it. It's all about the games. Like how many games can I get on Scorpio that I can't get on PlayStation Marketplace? Because if I'm a parent and I get everything on PlayStation and PlayStation's coming down in price and PS4 Pro is going to take a price dive when Scorpio launches, it's going to kill Scorpio.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, what's the price of this thing going to be at? I mean, we've been talking about that for a long time. We're finally going to get the price.
Sony actually did make a public announcement that when Scorpio launches, they intend to drop the price of the PS4 Pro by $50 or more and bundle it.
Yep. It's a smart move. It's a smart move. So yeah, that's why, and that goes along to what I was saying before about how, even though Scorpio's got a lot of positivity behind it, there is still negative stuff that will be able to be said about it, because now, Pro's been out for, almost a year, and they have the capacity to drop that price, and, you can hold that against Scorpio. I mean, there's a lot of things you'll be able to hold against Scorpio, even though this thing will be, not just according to Microsoft, but third-party developers as well have said that it will be the most powerful console ever made. And it's really telling of the state of the industry when there will always be a negative thing you can say about the system when it's already, when people are already saying it's the most powerful one, but, you already know that there are negative things against it, whether or not the price is $3.99 or like $1. You know what I mean?
See, this is the thing. Like, I really want Microsoft to win because I'm a diehard Microsoft fan, like Xbox fan. And I've been that way since day one. I had the OG Xbox. I still got 2 of them. And I used to do a lot of, like, technical stuff and submit bugs and beta and how to hack the stuff so Microsoft could fix it kind of stuff. But the thing is, man, like, Microsoft could be shooting themselves in the foot with Scorpio. They could, if they overproduce it, price it too high, it's going to discourage them from the next system. Because Sony's already making a PS5. It's already happening. It's going to come out. It's happening. So now where does that leave Scorpio in the cycle? Like, is Phil going to wait a year after PS5? Or whoever heads Xbox after this going to wait a year after PS5?
Yeah, because,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Because now, even though it's now going to be the head of this gen, when looking at next gen, it's always going to be behind. It's always going to be behind from now on.
And that's the sad thing. I'm still going to get a Scorpio, but am I going to get a day one? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if it's the day one buy because I might wait for a Black Friday bundle. I have no doubt in my mind that Black Friday comes around, they're going to lower that thing by $50 to $75 and bundle it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of people there with you. I don't think, because unless Microsoft shows more games at this conference, like Taylor kind of alluded to, like Scorpio stuff that, looks better on Scorpio, feels better on Scorpio, not necessarily exclusive, but, makes Scorpio a worthwhile buy, more than Crackdown, more than Shadow of War. They've got to show more stuff than that. People are going to be like you. I don't think it's going to sell so well out the gate because, Black Friday comes around. Even Pros last year. Pros, what was it, the first week in November? Those went down in price a little bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, they couldn't even push the Pros out the door.
Right.
Until the better trading deals came along. But as for games, I don't really think we're going to see a lot of exclusive titles from Microsoft's first party. I think we're going to see more announcement that Microsoft Studios is going to become like a third-party publisher. I think we're headed that way now with that. I think that we're headed in the direction of Xbox and Windows merging the departments. And I think that jobs are going to be complacent because there's going to overlap each other. So they're probably going to move people around a lot, maybe more people over to Mixer, since that's becoming a service-focused organization. Crackdown 3 is not going to sell Scorpio. I hate to tell it to all the people that love Crackdown, it's not going to sell Scorpio. It's not a super massive title. It's not even as popular as Halo or Gears of War, and those couldn't even sell the Xbox One S. So, no, Crackdown is not going to save it. Sea of Thieves is not going to save it. Forza is not going to save it, because all those people are not going to go out and buy Scorpio just to play those games, because if that was the case, they would have done that when the Xbox One launched.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of work ahead of them, and marketing Crackdown is something that's desirable, because just judging from desirable, I should say, to like a mass appeal to a wide variety of gamers. Because, yeah, the people who are into Crackdown, it was extremely desirable. Like, people that love Crackdown, they loved Crackdown 1 and 2, but in order for it to be a system seller, they're going to have to market the hell out of that thing to make it something that people want to get themselves into, especially if they've never, specifically, actually, if they've never gotten into Crackdown 1 or 2. They want to market this thing towards people that aren't fans of the franchise, to be honest. They have to. Because the people that are fans of the franchise, either A, are going to buy it already, or B, already have an Xbox One and may not buy a Scorpio, or we're already planning on buying a Scorpio, whether or not, it is much better,
Yep. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I think that's the biggest problem in the situation is that they need to come out with a game that's going to sell the system. And that's really hard to do because they don't have any third-party marketing outside Shadow of Mordor. And Assassin, I hate to cut it to you, that's not going to sell the system.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not, but...
Well, who knows? Maybe, I've seen out there people thinking that Assassin's Creed is going to have marketing rights for Xbox One. That could push consoles, man. Assassin's Creed, people are hungry for that. People are hungry for that.
I don't know. People, only diehard AC fans, because the casual gamer hated Unity and trashed it. And I loved Unity, but people trashed all over that game. And the people that trashed on the game are not going to buy Scorpio for their next Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Shanzu says Xbox doesn't need saving. Don't let the fanboys set the agenda. Xbox is making mad money. Yeah, they're making mad money, but I mean, the talk of the town is that Xbox is not the place to play. I mean, Xbox is selling significantly. Look at it any way you want. The end result is the same. Xbox is selling significantly fewer third-party games and first-party games than Sony.
And
so they don't. Oh, go ahead, Clowns. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just going to say, Shanzu has a point. I mean, Xbox doesn't need saving because it's backed by Microsoft. But what you might see is a shift up in the Xbox employee base where Microsoft may come in, force the merger into Windows ecosystem, replace Phil Spencer and all the heads of Xbox, and put the Windows guys in charge. So that's a very strong possibility if this thing does not take off.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Let me scroll up in the chat really quick because we got to get off this topic. L Boogie says they already said earlier that the show's gonna be longer than 90 minutes. I think that's very positive, actually. I think being longer than 90 minutes means it's gonna be the longest one, and that gives them more time to talk more Scorpio. If they were already planning on talking more Scorpio, and not having a lot of time for games, then this gives them an opportunity to have the best of both worlds. So that's a big deal. Being longer than 90 minutes is a big deal. What else?
The Mixer, if you watch on Mixer, they're giving away games and DLC and other prizes.
Yep. So if you're at home, make sure you watch. Yeah, make sure you watch on Mixer because also it's going to be in 4K on Mixer. If you have a 4K TV, you're going to want to watch it on there for that. But also
go to your local Best Buy.
Yeah, go to your local Best Buy, tap into one of their TVs. Maybe not even like one of the higher end ones. Maybe one on the end cap or something like that. So it's further away, But somebody else said something that I wanted to really get to. Chicken Spaghetti says he's excited to see what's getting added to game preview, and I want to talk about that for a second because Paul Smith said Fortnite on Xbox stage. Now, Fortnite, we got a press release recently, I think. Was it a press release or did I see it online? That Fortnite is going to be coming in game preview to Xbox One. And Fortnite is from Epic. They've changed that game a lot, though. I can't even begin to tell you what that game's about. But yeah, if you're interested in like Left 4 Dead kind of gameplay, go check out Fortnite. That's kind of what Fortnite is about, and that's coming to game preview. So who knows? I don't know if they'll talk substantially about game preview on stage, but maybe they will.
Well, we might see pub battlegrounds or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean that's something to look forward to. Now, if they got an exclusive with pub battlegrounds, that could sell Scorpio.
Yeah, that's a system seller.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Game's fun.
Yeah, the game is awesome. You play that, Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You're going to have to add me on Steam then.
All right. Won't play tonight?
Potentially. I have to pack, but I don't want to. Maybe my girlfriend will pack for me.
Don't make your girlfriend pack for you. Be a man.
Taylor, I knew you were going to say that. I'm not talking to one of the boys right now. I'm not talking to one of the boys.
Cameron tries to make me do that stuff for him, too. And I'm like, no, screw you. I haven't even packed myself.
Simple. Just throw a few shirts and pants. Some other little things.
Throw it in a duffel bag and you're good.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let's move on to Xbox. We got to move on because we're running behind. So let's get through these. So Sony is on Monday. So obviously it's the day after Xbox. For all those people who think they're going to change the conference drastically in response to whatever they say at Microsoft, you're dreaming. These things have been planned for months. There's no way they're just going to like all of a sudden pull out their notepad and change like anything.
Yep.
So that's quite delusional. No offense to
Gonna
anyone who's
change
not
a very rehearsed script.
Yeah, right.
Last second.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, like they said $3.99 for Scorpio. Quick, let's throw in something here. Like, no, that's not happening. That's not happening.
I'm sure they have like extra things they can add in,
Yes, yeah, for sure.
but they're not gonna go in and drastically change everything.
Yeah, like I'm sure they're like I mean, I don't know if this will happen, but let's say they
If
thought about
XYZ, then
right, yeah, exactly.
ABC.
Like for Scorpio, if it's $3.99, like announce the price break during the conference. If it's $4.99, then don't, or something like that. But they're not going to be like, oh, we had no idea Microsoft would announce PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, so let's like flip the script and come up with something we can announce. I mean, they're not going to do that. So, Assassin, what do you expect from Sony? I know you're very sad about not having a PlayStation anymore, but you can look forward to some stuff, right? So, what do you expect?
I don't expect some huge. Obviously, we'll probably see God of War, maybe some Spider-Man. Doubt it. Probably a bunch of third-party marketing crap. Maybe some Call of Duty, except they're having their huge multiplayer reveal at a different day, so I don't know. We'll see something too huge about that. Destiny for sure.
Yeah.
We'll probably see a bunch of other games that they'll lie to us saying that they're exclusive, but they'll probably be timed and never say that. Probably see a bunch of timed exclusive being more anti-consumer
Jesus,
over
wow.
there. Well, that's all Sony. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to have time, but we're not going to say it, and we're going to hold shit back for Xbox players. That's all they've been doing this whole generation. We'll probably see GT, Sport, whatever, that game crap thing that's going to be destroyed by Forza. And then we'll see some indies, and that's pretty much it.
You forgot one major game that we're probably gonna see.
What?
Last of Us 2.
I don't think we'll see Last of Us.
Why? Why not?
I think we might see a trailer, but I think.
Oh, no gameplay. No.
Yeah.
No gameplay, but we're gonna see some more information on Last of Us.
Got to.
And we'll probably see a bunch more games that say in early development, blah blah blah, like they did last year, where like 99% of the games were.
Yeah.
And they got away with it.
All their stuff's coming out 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on a couple podcasts this week that think, you know, what is actually coming out in 2017? Like, that's their question about this topic. They're like, what is possibly coming out in 2017? Because they're all of the opinion that it is going to be all in 2018 or later. But people are saying you got to have something, right? You got to have something that you're releasing this year. Some people say God of War. Some people say
they're going to have indies this year. If anything, they'll just have indies. Because that's all they can do. Because all their major titles are in early development and not scheduled until 2018.
So you think the indies are enough?
That's all they can do, and get people excited about the big titles coming next year.
Yep. And they got
all
away
they
with
can do this year.
Yeah. Go ahead, Assassin. Sorry, bud.
They got away with it a few years ago with that. I think it was the Uncharted collection with that article saying Sony not releasing many first-party titles is good or something.
Yeah.
And then like next year, it's where's Xbox's games?
Yeah. Yep. Taylor, any other predictions for Sony's conference other than Last of Us and tons of indies?
See some more stuff on their exclusive marketing right titles. Can't even think of them right now, but we're just going to see some more stuff on that.
Yeah, you can't think of anything because it's everything. It's literally like everything. Yeah, exactly.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, Battlefront. I think there'll be Battlefront 2, but I don't think there's going to be like Battlefront VR or anything like that. I mean, there could be, but I'm not sure they'll show that off. I don't know if there's going to be much of VR at all actually on their stage. But I mean, they've got to push it somehow, and I just don't think it's going to be at this event. Maybe like playable on the floor, but not like during the conference. Who knows? But yeah, they've got Battlefront, they've got Destiny, they've got Far Cry, they've got FIFA now. What else? Assassin. I mean, they've got a ton of shit that they've got the marketing rights for.
Yeah.
Can't even think of it all. Clowns, what do you expect to see from PlayStation? Same old, same old?
I really think it's going to be a repeat of the last E3. There's really not much new to announce, and game cycles are taking so long now to complete a game anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we may see hints for Last of Us 2 or stuff on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did try to bring back Order of 1886, even though that flopped. I think if it was done correctly, I think it could have been a success.
Absolutely agree.
I think I know Insomniac's been busy working on their VR stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a hint at another Ratchet and Clank or another type of remaster for them. That Jack and Dexter, I think Daz and a few other people mentioned in the chat, is a strong possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see a Twisted Metal. I don't know if we'll see it. I'd like to see a new Twisted Metal. What else is there really for PlayStation? I mean, everything else they got marketing rights to, so we'll see exclusive DLC, exclusive skins, costumes, maybe your name on the soccer ball, exclusivity type stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, of course, another MLB, of course. I mean, they're gonna talk about that. I don't know if they'll show it, but they'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
go ahead, Clown. Sorry.
I think this E3 you're gonna get to play Spider-Man.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, if you're able to play Spider-Man, I think that's coming out very soon. I mean, I know there are people in the camp that it's coming out this year. There are people in the camp that it's not coming out till the end of 2018. But I think if you're able to play it at this E3, I think it's coming out sooner rather than later, like no later than March. That movie comes out, what, in a month or so?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to come out that soon, but yeah, Invader says he loves the idea of a Twisted Metal Clowns. I agree with him. I think it's time for another Twisted Metal. It's been a long time. What was the last Twisted Metal come out? Was there a Twisted Metal on PS3 that was exclusive? I think there was.
believe so.
Metal. I gotta look that up.
Wasn't David Jaffe a part of Twisted Metal?
Yes. Yep.
I mean, with that game that he did, Drawn to Death, not being a huge success, it would be smart for him to get involved in Twisted Metal.
Definitely.
It's a shame. I thought Drawn to Death was creative, but a lot of people out there didn't like it. So maybe the Twisted Metal is a strong possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, they just the game they just called it was just Twisted Metal for PlayStation 3. That was in 2012. I mean, it's 5 years later. I think that's definitely a possibility. I think that's definitely a reality. I mean, I would if I saw that, I would not be shocked in the least. That was a good one.
This is a strong hope. It's more of a hope than a prediction. But I would like to see a Vita 2. I think if they did a Vita 2 now, I think they know what they're dealing with, what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And I think with all the marketing rights that they have, they could pull off a Vita 2 successfully.
Yeah, and they've got to. Yeah, it's got to be like as strong or not, if not stronger than Switch. For sure. But yeah, I mean, I think it's possible. I don't. The Vita got a bad rap, but that console was great. I know you still play yours like daily, Clowns. I mean, you're in love with the Vita.
Yeah, I like the Vita, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't updated it because I did stuff to the old firmware, and I don't want to update it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do play it daily.
Yeah. So for me, from PlayStation, much more the same, of course. I'm expecting a Days Gone release date, and I expect it to come out this year. I'm expecting Spider-Man not to come out this year. I'm expecting God of War to not come out this year. But I expect them to talk about God of War significantly. I expect God of War to be playable a good amount on this E3 floor because I believe I heard that game is fully playable from start to finish, albeit with bugs at this point behind closed doors. Mr. Solo Dolo in the chat, and I think Chicken Spaghetti, and I think a bunch of other people are talking about Jack and Daxter. I think that's already a foregone conclusion because isn't that like a pre-order bonus, that like remastered trilogy or something? So yeah, I think that'll be there. Somebody said, Jason Jones in the YouTube chat says Sucker Punch IP. I think Sucker Punch's IP is there, but not in any playable form or any gameplay. I think it's just, captured maybe in-engine kind of deal, early development stuff that Assassin said. So other than that, I think it's very straightforward. Heard that they're only going to be talking for 90 seconds throughout the entire thing. The rest of it's just going to be gameplay. So that leaves very little for them to talk about, like PS Plus or any like features like that. Heard it's just going to be game after game after game, kind of like last year. They're going to go the same route. So yeah.
We forgot 2 things. 1, Game of the Year, Knack 2.
That'll definitely be there. Yep.
And then From Software's probably exclusive first party game.
Yes. Oh, man, I was reading about that. What is the name of that game?
I don't know, but it's disgusting.
Phantom Whale is what the working title, I guess, is. I don't know if that's the official title. Phantom Whale. So yeah, I know you were talking about in one of the chats for the other podcast, Assassin, you were talking about From Software doing stuff with Xbox, but looks like they're going PlayStation, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
All right, we're moving on to the final topic. It's Nintendo, and they've got a lot to show in a little amount of time because their direct is only 30 minutes. So,
you mean Nintendo don't, because they haven't come out with the VC stuff yet? What are they doing? They got nothing to show if there's no VC.
All right, clowns, we start with you then. You think Virtual Console will be there?
Maybe only ones they announced so far, like the 3 titles that they announced.
Yeah.
Don't give me no balloon fight either.
Well, listen, they did announce recently that the free games you'll be getting with their online service, that's $20 a year. You're gonna be able to keep those forever. It's not gonna be a rental anymore. So
they changed that?
Yeah, they changed that. Yep. So I think they may be closer than we think about some Virtual Console announcement and some news about that. Now it's a shame that it didn't launch with the system, because they missed out on some huge opportunities. I think when people buy a Switch and it only comes with 5 launch titles, I think you'd get a lot of people to, buy Virtual Console games for sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll stop sending angry messages in the message forums then.
Nice.
Change my name on Reddit again. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the VC stuff. Come on with this Mario Odyssey though, like not another delay,
Yeah.
Don't delay it again.
Well, I hope not. Yeah, I hope. I mean, as far as I've heard, that's going to be playable on the floor, and I'm sure that's going to be absolutely mobbed, so I'm not even going to go after it. But I will try to sneak by and be like, oh, I'm just with them, so I'll watch or whatever. That kind of deal, like I did last year with Breath of the Wild.
You just got to camp out until they open doors and then just run.
Yeah, I just want to get trampled like last year, like people last year.
It's fine.
Just go to Party City.
Just run.
Go to like Party City or Halloween City and get a Mario costume with the fake mustache. Walk in E3 like you're actually like
you're
Mario.
part of the crew. Yeah, you're part of the crew. Yeah.
You're part of the crew, and just throw mushrooms around everywhere for the crowd.
Speaking about that, El Boogie asked a question in the chat. You think they'll do some reserve times this year to help with lines? I think, Nintendo games are very notorious for having long lines at E3, like we just talked about Breath of the Wild. So, do you think
Nintendo.
Do I think that, huh?
Said because it's Nintendo.
Because it's Nintendo. Do I think they'll do reserve times? I doubt it, to be honest. But the media people, what I've heard from, Xbox specifically, but I've heard from other people too, that they're putting media into like back rooms now, kind of far away from the floor. So hopefully that translates to Nintendo as well and to PlayStation. I think all the big guys should be doing that now. If you're going to open it to 15,000, of the public, I think you should definitely have backroom meetings instead of on the floor meetings for media, especially for the big media guys, Assassin, what do you think, bud? What's coming from Nintendo?
I don't think much of anything except Super Mario Odyssey. Maybe a game we don't know about. Highly doubt it with the 30 minutes. And maybe show off some Splatoon or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I think Well, the thing is that the average direct, I guess, is 30 minutes, but they show off, last year they showed off 24 games in those 30 minutes, so they kind of show them rapid fire, which is a good and a bad thing. So, but I think we could already, like, assume what a lot of the 24 would be. I don't think this really, unless it's like Metroid or something.
No, don't even put Metroid on it. Don't taint the system any way whatsoever. You put Metroid on there, it's gonna like put that thing on fire and burst in flames to hell.
I think Assassin wants Kirby, if I'm correct.
Kirby.
Kirby's good, yeah. Kirby's good.
Kirby could be on there.
Yoshi's Woolly World, yeah, that's good.
Yoshi, Woolly World, some sort of Yoshi game, yeah. They're gonna have that Mario Rabbids game that's kind of like Super Mario RPG. I'm sure that we'll see more about that. I don't know. I think Nintendo is fairly predictable, but at the same time, they could really shock people if they showed some, resurrected big IPs like Diddy Kong Racing, or if they bring a new Donkey Kong Country to it, or even if they bring the old Tropical Freeze and add a few levels or something like that. I think that could be very successful because a lot of people didn't play that because that was on Wii U.
GameCube games.
GameCube games, the Virtual Console, or remastered GameCube games, even potentially, if they merit such a thing. Like Bayonetta 2 for a Switch version, a little souped up Bayonetta 2. Stuff like that. I think that's fairly predictable. I don't think we're gonna get any like new Nintendo IPs. I think they've already got ARMS. They've got some new stuff already brewing that they don't want to flood the market with new IPs. They kind of like to hold stuff back and release it in a very scheduled manner so that they don't overflood the marketplace with it. Somebody in the chat, UK Daz, said Super Smash. I don't think Super Smash Bros. Is going to be shown because they are releasing that Pokken tournament thing, which is like a Pokemon fighting game. So I don't think they're gonna have a competitor to that internally with Smash Brothers, but maybe they will. Who knows?
F-Zero, like a new F-Zero.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, if they showed a new F-Zero, that'd be really, really cool.
Multiplayer online. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've got Mario Party, but sorry, not Mario Party. Hopefully they show Mario Party, but they've got Mario Kart. But I think F-Zero. I think people would buy Mario Kart and F-Zero. I don't think they would compete against each other.
This may sound kind of crazy here, and it's just one of my weird dreams as a fanboy of games, but I would like for Nintendo to have exclusivity with Monopoly and then have custom board games like DLC or skins so you could play Zeldaopoly or the Super Mario Monopoly, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I could see that.
Well, we probably won't because it's Ubisoft. If they kept Monopoly on the Switch, that's lost money that they...
Well, no. Well, okay, so these... Well, think of it this way, right? These, these companies are looking for stuff to bring over to the Switch without making it obvious that they're not bringing their AAAs. You know what I mean? Like, so Ubisoft, they've got a bunch of AAAs that are out, but they're not bringing Siege, not bringing Division, they're not bringing Ghost Recon, they're not bringing, Splinter Cell. So they've got to bring something. So maybe Ubisoft does bring Monopoly, gives it a lot of exclusive content on the Switch, some Nintendo boards, Zelda boards, Pikmin boards, stuff like that. I think that would make sense.
Yeah.
And they've already released Monopoly to the Xbox PS4 and stuff, so it wouldn't be like exclusive, if you will. They've already gotten their money, so bring it to Switch. I think it makes perfect sense. Monopoly on the go. I think that makes perfect sense. Taylor, what do you got to say about Nintendo? Anything? What do you got?
Switch. They need to be releasing some more stuff for Switch.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come out with a confirmed Mario Odyssey date and it's not pushed.
Yep.
'Cause I'll cry, even though I don't have a Switch yet.
Well,
because I can't find a freaking Switch anywhere.
Might as well just wait for a bundle at this point for like a Mario Odyssey bundle.
Like Splatoon bundle, I think is probably the next one coming.
Yeah. It's gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
The next time I can find it is the next time a major game comes out.
Right. Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, that's a good point because when Mario Kart came out, there was all of a sudden an influx of Switches available. Not even just the bundles, like the actual base system as well. So that's a good point. That's a good point. Anything else about Nintendo? I mean, we kind of covered all the bases. You think there'll be a new? Anyone think there's gonna be Pokemon announced on Switch?
I hope.
No.
They never put it on the major consoles.
I know, but this one's portable now.
I know. I want them to do it. That's why.
I think they could.
Hoping that they use it.
I think they will. I don't know if they'll announce it at E3, but I think that's definitely coming. Didn't they just announce some new versions of Pokemon games for the 3DS? Pokemon like Sun Ultra or something like that. Or
Yeah, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Yeah. So I mean, there's already ones coming to 3DS. Do they want to, poach that market by releasing one this year for Switch? Probably not. But tease us a little bit. Get people excited. Damn it.
Come on, Yokai Watch. Come on, man.
Yokai Watch, even. Yeah, bring stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get us excited.
Assassin's always watching it on Netflix, telling me what's going on, and Yokai Watch is a cartoon.
Have Netflix.
Oh man. All right. So other than that, I think we're done. Anyone have any last words about E3?
I do.
What?
Bubsy the Woolly Strikes Back was announced for PC and PS4, developed by the devs from Giana Sisters, Twisted Dreams.
Yes, that was announced. That's interestingly not coming to Xbox. Surprise, surprise. These days, that's like the theme. Hopefully that's playable at E3. I want to try that.
I've seen some video of it. It looks okay. It doesn't look like it's going to blow your mind out of the water. It looks almost identical to a clone of Giana Sisters, just with Bubsy.
Okay.
But it's still Bubsy, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
What about Bonkers? Remember Bonkers?
Bonkers, man.
If they came out with a Bonkers game for Switch,
yes.
Oh yeah, that would kill it.
Yes. Bring back. Somebody said that the other night on Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. They were saying not Bonkers specifically, but like bring back those old games, like really old stuff. NES days.
Bonk's Adventure. There you
Bonk's
go.
Adventure. Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah. Other than that, anything else, Assassin? Nothing?
No, nothing.
All right, yeah, I think that's it. I mean, that's pre-E3. I mean, of course, we're going to probably do this again with post-E3 in a couple weeks. Next Thursday, probably not going to be a show. I'm not going to be back. So we'll do some like streaming activity of some sort, I'm sure, in the absence of the show. But then the week after that, we'll definitely be talking post-E3. So yeah, get ready for that. But other than that, I think we're done. Follow us on YouTube, Beam, Twitch, all those. We're going to be multi-streaming starting after E3. So when you get back into multi-stream, you can watch us on all those. Just search 4GwQuarters. You'll find us. If you liked this video, definitely thumb it up. If you disliked it, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you got an Android phone, right? You got the Mixer app. You could be at E3 on the 4Guys channel with Mixer and be like, this is Inferno, and I'm here at E3 Live.
Okay. All right. I'll see if I can work that out. Do some live broadcasting of some sort. Yeah. I mean, we could do that. So look out for that. Just follow us over on Beam, Twitch, YouTube. Those are our big major three. 4GwQuarters. Follow our Twitter, 4GwQPodcast, of course. That's where you'll find the giveaway that I'm about to set up after this podcast for Bushido, Black and White Bushido. And Facebook, Taylor is going to be taking possession of that as soon as Assassin sends over the credentials.
Yeah, I'm not the admin.
I have it.
Oh, she does have it. Okay, I'm out of the
I
loop
have
on
it.
this. All right, so Taylor's taking care of Facebook, so that's going to be lively again. So facebook.com/4GuysWithQuarters. Go like us over there. And, of course, the website, 4GuysWithQuarters.com. I'm sure we'll have some E3 articles. I know I'll type up a couple things, probably short stuff from E3 about experiences and whatnot. So we'll look forward to that. So, yeah, other than that, we'll see you guys later. I'm hopefully not going to pack. Shh, don't say anything.
Pack.
No packing. Instead, play PUBG. But, yeah, other than that, we're out of here. See you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.